OK, now I've got the nerves are going.
You are so brave.
I am brave doing it.
Really,
Carbonara
that's
in
really good.
front of an Italian. Now, obviously...
You're a chef, though. I mean,
yeah.
you know,
we do a twist. Andrew did a twist on Eccles cake. Well, I'm going to do a twist on carbonara.
What's marsala and mascarpone got in common with it? You know, where you come from?
Well, we've got a nice set of ingredients. Obviously, traditionally it would be an egg and bacon pasta. Traditionally, they didn't add the cream.
No, traditionally it's just eggs,
bacon and
parmesan.
Yeah.
And spaghetti.
So we have got the pancetta.
Pasta, yeah.
You could use smoked streaky bacon if you can't get it, but the supermarkets sell little tubs of it now, already diced for you. We've got some butter, we've got some parmesan, some garlic just to infuse the oil and butter to start with. Some eggs, all traditional pretty well so far. This is the untraditional bit, mascarpone cheese. I don't like to use double cream. I think it gives it a richer... The British, I find just the eggs and bacon a little bit too dry.
But it's a very boring cheese, so it's quite good to add that kind of cheese.
Yeah, and it's creamy and it's going to melt down.
And it's creamy. And I mean, if you're going to add anything like that, then you might as well add that rather than cream.
I think so. I think so. Now, just a couple of garlic
well
cloves.
Done so far.
Thank you very much.
I'm trying to say.
Now, have you got any stories? Where did it come from, carbonara?
Carbonara carbonara has become a word like pizza. You know, everybody does this different ones.
Right.
But carbone is coal. So the coal miners or the coal workers used to eat a lot of this because it's quite a rustic dish.
Because I heard it was something to do with the charcoal makers or something.
Yeah, but having said that, because it's a black carbone, but coal is black, then in the old days, the story is that they used to the dish was black and it was and they used squid ink. And that's what the original
totally different. So
it's a completely different recipe.
Yeah, I'm going to blame this one on the Americans though, because I've heard in 1944 the Americans had massive, you know, they loved their eggs and bacon, and they're getting a bit bored of that, and they asked the Italians when they were in Italy to come up with something new with eggs and bacon. So that's a different story, but you never know.
I throw in a bit of black pudding, northern black pudding to mine, see, so I'm even
now we're treading on things.
He's really going.
Now what we've got there, the garlic, usually I'd let that infuse, get it golden, and then remove it. But what I'm going to do is actually just add my pancetta to that, and I want to get it nice and crispy.
You could also, if the pancetta is quite fatty, you don't need to use the oil, do you?
No, absolutely. But I think it's quite nice with the person with pasta to be a little bit...
Anthony, I have to say, I've been watching your on TV...
So far, so good?
For years, and every time you do Italian cooking, I'm sure there's a little bit of Italian inside.
There may be.
Yeah. there must be.
Blonde Italians?
Because you do use a lot of Italian ingredients, and I'm very pleased about this.
Yeah, I do. I love Italian food.
You don't know, but the Italian government really like you.
OK, in there, 2 whole eggs, 2 egg yolks and 1 whole egg. No, 2 whole eggs and 1 egg yolk. Let's get it right.
OK.
And I'm going to add a little bit of mascarpone to that. We don't need too much, just about that sort of amount. That'd be nice. And just give that a little beat up with some Parmesan cheese. I like lots of Parmesan cheese, and I even add a bit more at the end as well. But just give that a good old
But it's quite
mix
crucial in this dish that you don't use salt.
No. You'd probably use Lancashire cheese, wouldn't you?
I'd love Lancashire. Straight on the top at the end, that's absolutely beautiful. Nice crumble of Kirkham's Lancashire over the top, beautiful.
OK.
Don't invite me for dinner.
We would cook that for about 8 to 10 minutes, OK? And that's what we'll end up with, some nice crispy bacon with some good bacon fat in there. Now, a little tip a northern Italian told me was he uses butter. Of course, up north they use a bit more butter, don't they?
Yeah, I mean, I would use olive oil, but there you go.
What he does is he puts butter in the bottom of a warm bowl, and then you take the pasta, which I've got spaghetti's been cooking here, al dente pasta. Let's just move that bowl a bit closer.
If you put that pasta now onto a board, and you want to cool it down, you just drizzle some olive oil on it and let it cool on its own.
A little bit of a...
Never put pasta under cold water to cool it down.
Yeah, it ruins it, doesn't it? Because, I mean, we've always been told...
the amide and all the pasta's good for you. So if you do that, you put it under cold water, you wash everything off, and that's the end of it. OK. Now, what we're doing, we need to plate up quickly there, because that's it. Just mix that in. It stops it all sticking together. That's a good idea as well, yeah.
Yeah. In goes the nice cheese mixture. In goes the parsley.
So the egg now is cooking
in there
with the heat of the
that was hot.
Of the butter.
Absolutely, heat of the butter, and the bowl's quite warm as well. That's beautiful. A little bit of black pepper.
Yeah, lovely.
Mix that in.
You garnish yours with an egg yolk
and then
on top.
No,
in goes.
Listen, he's getting really ambitious, this one, isn't he?
In goes that lovely crispy
Andrew Nutter,
bacon.
what a name as well. Hello, mate. How are you? No, I haven't seen you for ages.
We love Andrew.
We love you.
Here we go.
Death, mate.
And that is that. Let's get a nice plate and just pour it
Black plate, white
on the
pasta.
top like that.
Look at that presentation.
That is great. Simple like that. And then at the table, give your guests a block of Parmesan and just grate that over the top.
See,
Meal in minutes, that.
Voila.
kids, family.
Perfect.
It's all rock and roll there.